Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey from Ripe Color, and
This is Nancy Jean from the garden.
we are the Daily Duo. We read on 5 energies daily. The energies that we read on are body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. We both offer physical goods in the physical world. We both offer readings. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. Please follow us individually as well as collectively. Please become members of our respective channels. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I did them upside down. Okay. Body says, you know what? I've been through a lot. I've really been through a lot. Oh my God, I've been through so much. But you know what? Because I have the other cards that I see in front of me before you do. It's like, okay, you know what? It was really awful. It was depressing. It was this and that. I've cried my tears. I've cried my tears. I have to turn around. I got to do something else. That's what I'm going. That's what I'm doing. It's a change. Like, you know how sometimes, you know, something happens in your life and you grieve it. And then one day, like you wake up and the window's open. It's like, oh, okay. Okay. Right. Time for some new something. Now, the reason I say that is because a way of thinking is done and a new dawn is rising. So I'm done with that way of thinking. I'm done with that way of feeling. And now a new dawn is rising. I feel like, you know what it feels like a lot here? A lot of rebirth. Body, mind, and spirit is like, now that that's the case, well, not only do I have choices to make, right? But I'm relying on my intuition. I'm relying on, you know, something greater than me to come through. Because for me, this is like antennae. So like with this card, I always feel like it's almost in a way she's like, she purposely put herself in the blindfold so that she could use her other senses. Right. So she can get something from spirit, you know, it's like, because sometimes it's like, well, I always see things this way. And, you know, sometimes we end up having blinders on. And now that, you know, you're done with this way of thinking and you're changing, you know, your emotional state is changing. Maybe it's time to do something new and different, right? Body, mind, spirit, and then grounding. This is really interesting. So for me, this is the card of willing self-sacrifice. It's a willing self-sacrifice. So sometimes it's like, I'm willing, there's part of me that's willing to give up a thought pattern or a habit or the way of looking at things or the way of doing things that I always used to do. And I'm willingly giving this up in order to gain something new, in order to be more, and in order to like be more in touch with what's best for my soul. Right? He's got a halo. He's got a halo. Okay, body, mind, spirit, grounding. And then clarity is, I can live in the garden. I can live in the garden. I can live in abundance and ease if I so choose to, you know, because it feels like the past few weeks, really, it's been this self-imposed, like, oh, I don't deserve it. I don't think like that. Oh, you know, all that negative, no. And here it's like, she's living in this fantastic garden. She's got a pool. She's got like a tennis court. She's got servants. She's got fruit growing. She has her intuition guiding her. She's in great shape. And it's like, it's a choice that we make, whether we want to live in that place. You know, it's not about not necessarily having this enormous sprawling house. Abundance is really about knowing, appreciating and living in the gratitude of what we do have. And that is the garden, right? The garden is a clear mind. The garden is friendship. The garden, you know, that's what it is. So it's really a lovely reading because something has really shifted.
Yeah, it's totally shifted. As you can tell, I'm way up here in a whole lot of different energy. And the first one I'm going to do is Spirit says, spirit is aligned with all the ideas that are coming forth around this. And the mind is in true, and it says positive thoughts have helped you manifest something completely new and different, bring it into your life. And then in the tree of life, we have our values. And what this says is you had fool's gold. It was a deception by not recognizing the abundance that was around you and beyond you. Learn from this lesson of harmony you've just gone through. And then I'm going to do the body, which is in air. And as you all know, the body's been stuck back here saying, learn about your past or let go. The body in air means it's going to help all the grounding elements bring all this energy into a grounded place for you. You can feel it inside your body. But then the real kicker is clarity landed in future, crown, tree of life, true, and water. And
Wow.
there's like few spots in this board where you can get this kind of energy. So we're going to start with what it has out in the outer rings. And when clarity is in the crown chakra, it's all things will become clear. When it hits in the things, and when it hits in the tree of life, your life path is blessed. When it hits in true, all your ideas are correct. When it hits in the water, it's you have clarity you need. Follow the path you're upon. And then when it's in air, it means be sure that all your thoughts are clear and just move. And then you've got future. And when your clarity hits in future, any ideas planted at this time will flourish.
Holy moly.
I know, holy moly. And you've seen how many times I rolled. It rarely falls on one of these perfect points. But this one landed right in the middle of all that with all the other supporting energy do it. This is a breakthrough we've been seeing people.
This is like, I think this is the best reading you ever gave.
It is.
Oh my God.
It really is. It really is, because it's just so, and you can really see it reflected after watching Four Stones we're moving. And then you got the one that says, nah, you're not. And now we have it all flowing off the board. We didn't have a whole lot of stuff in the elements. We're out in the outer rings, and real action in your life is out in the outer rings. This is when we're sitting. I don't want to call it navel gazing, but it's a little bit of navel gazing goes on in here. So That's kind of how the garden works, guys. And I know, so much power, so much energy.
I feel like changing my outfit right here mid-video.
No, we're not going to do
Ruffles.
Ruffles. Yeah, that's, put on that ball gown you keep telling me you have in the closet. Anyway.
Well,
wow.
It's a rental.
Okay. Anyway, have a blessed day. With that kind of a day, everybody ought to be on fire and having a wonderful time. Goodbye.